Hello and welcome to this edition of the IUPAC nomenclature videos. And in this video, we're going to talk about the naming of cyclic alkyl halides. So let's first of all understand what it means. We're talking about acyclic systems, rather alicyclic systems, sorry. And these are the systems which are in the form of a ring, but they are not aromatic. So it could be a 6-membered ring, and we are going to put some halogens in them, and then we're going to try and figure out how to name these compounds. So we're going to talk about cyclic alkyl halides. So we're going to have a cyclic system, and we're going to have a halogen on them. So let's see how this works out. The first thing that we need to understand is the halogen is assumed to be a substituent, which we've already seen in the naming of alkyl halides. And if you haven't seen the video, please go and check out the video on alkyl halides. And there we had already discussed that we have to treat the halogen as just any other alkyl group, and it's named as fluorochlorobromoiodo. And so the way you would name a cycloalkane, you do the same naming, except now you have a halogen also as a substituent, and you will use that name. For example, try and name this. As usual, pause the video, number it, name it, and then check the answer. Now, as you can see, in this particular situation, it's a cyclohexane ring, and I got a bromo here, I got a chloro here. And therefore, since there are two substituents, we know that in a cycloalkane, when there are two substituents, we have to number them. A single substituent need not be numbered, but two substituents have to be numbered, and one of them has to be given 1. In this particular case, 1 should go to the carbon holding the bromine, because alphabetically Br comes before Cl, bromo comes before chloro. So the numbering is done this way. And these are just substituents, so they are the prefixes. So it should be 1 bromo 4 chloro cyclohexane. Let's try one more now, this time with the double bond. Try it, pause the video, try it, number it, name it, check the answer. Now, as you know, in a case of a cycloalkene, the numbering is done in such a way where one of the double bonds is given 1. The priority is the double bond and not the substituent. And we must give that double bond the 1 such that the substituent also gets as low a number as possible. And the best way to do that is by giving this is 1. If this is 1, the double bond is anyway 1, and the substituent is also 1. If I were to make this as 1, then what would happen is this would become 2. So though the double bond still gets 1, the substituent gets 2, and that doesn't work. So we are going to number it like this. Now see, right now I'm not going for the alphabetical order. The reason being that there is a double bond, so the preference is given to the double bond. So how are we going to name this? It's a cyclohexane. And again, remember, when there is a single double bond in a ring, you do not have to show the number of the double bond in the name, because it is automatically assumed to be 1. So this is going to be 1 chloro 4 bromo cyclohexene. And let's try one last one, a bit complicated, something like this. We've seen something similar when we did cycloalkenes. Pause the video, name the molecule, check the answer. Now here, when we number, we must understand that the rule of numbering is simply based on cycloalkenes and alkynes, which means the first double bond, one of the double bond will get 1. And obviously the other doubly bonded carbon has to be 2 automatically. and the numbering has to be done so that the double bond or the multiple bond get the lowest number. We do not give the substituents priority right now. So if I were to take this as, I can't keep this as 1 for the simple reason it's a triple bond and I need to give the double bond as 1. Now these are the 2 double bonds I have. So what choice do I have? Well, try to give this as 1, 2. The moment this is 1, this is automatically 2. This is 3, this is 4. But then you can imagine where this is going to come. It's going to come 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm getting 1, 3, 9. Now suppose we change that. We say, alright, we made a mistake. We need to give this as 1. Let's give this as 1. If this is 1, automatically this is 2. This is 3, this is 4, and then you can imagine the fate of the other double bond, that will become 9. So I'm still getting 1, 3, 9. But here remember, this was double, and this was triple. Here this is double, this is triple, this is double. So anyway, this is better than this. Not to say that that is the right one. So we don't go for this one. Now let's try something else. Let's give this fellow 1. Now if I give this fellow 1, it's automatically seen this has to be 2 and my next multiple bond is going to be way up here. It's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this as 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4 and this is 5, and you can see I get 135, the lowest possible value that I can get. So the numbering is done this way. Alright, so we got the numbering done. How do we name this? And remember, I always tell you that you must first name the parent. The parent is the most important part here. And the parent is a cyclodeca. It's a 10-member ring, okay? So it's got 2 double bonds and 1 triple bond. So it's going to be cyclodeca 1,3-diene 5-ine. So it's going to be cyclodeca 1,3-diene 5-ine. And now you put all the prefixes before. The bromos and the chloros and the methyls and everything else. So as we can see in this, the bromo always will be named first, B. So it's 9 bromo, 8 chloro, 5 fluoro, 10 isobutyl, 7 methyl, cyclodeca 1,3-diene 5-ine. 9 bromo, 8 chloro, 5 fluoro, 10 isobutyl, 7 methyl, cyclodeca 1,3-diene 5-ine. So this is the way we name cyclic alkyl halides. I hope this video was useful for your preparation. And if you have any comments, any doubts, any questions that you have, you can drop them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.